And ladies and gentlemen, hold on a second. Well, just about to do the intro to Monday Night Raw, but Becky Lynch viciously assaulting Lyra Valkyria with a kendo stick in the car park. Lyra Valkyria can't even make it into the building before getting brutally assaulted here by the man Becky Lynch. These two have been going back and forth for a number of months now, and it seems like Becky Lynch has had enough and she's taking the fight to Lyra Valkyria, slamming her into that car and then a big right hand, dropping Lyra Valkyria here. We need some security out there. Someone needs to stop these two, separate this. What is Becky Lynch doing now? Well, Lyra Valkyria, oh my word, she could be in trouble. Becky Lynch, what on earth is she planning? Lyra Valkyria's head trapped on the boot of the car, slamming the door down. We need some medical staff. So ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your average Joe. This is the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series, and we're here on Monday Night Raw in Perth, Australia, kicking off the show with the Scottish psychopath, the new World Heavyweight Champion, following on from Crown Jewel, where he was able to defeat Bron Breakker. And you could argue that maybe it was thanks to Kevin Owens appearing at ringside. But also, we must state that Kevin Owens, after the match, decided to attack Drew McIntyre, smashing that championship over Drew's face shortly after he finally won the title once more, and finally won the title in front of the fans. But let's see what Drew McIntyre's got to say here this evening.
How nice it must be for all of you to finally see again. The Scottish warrior. The man who carried this company on his back when the world fell apart is finally back on top of the mountain. But here's the thing. I didn't do this for any of you. I didn't climb this mountain again for your satisfaction. I didn't win this championship so you could pat me on the back and say, "Good job, Drew." No. I did this because I deserved it. Because I'm better than every single one of you. For years you people held me down. You cheered when I fell. You laughed when I failed. But look at me now. Now I stand above every single one of you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Congratulations, Drew. You did it. You finally climbed the mountain again. You beat Bron Breakker. You stood tall, the big hero. And then I reminded you of exactly who you're dealing with. See, Drew, I'm not out here for congratulations or for a thank you. I'm out here because I want something. I want a match with you tonight.
You? You want a match with me? The World Heavyweight Champion. You've got some nerve, Kev. You don't deserve to share this ring with me after what you did at Crown Jewel. You're a parasite. A desperate, broken man who can't stand that his time's up.
Oh, I hit a nerve, didn't I? You want your revenge, don't you, Drew? I can see it in your face. You're seething. You want to get your hands on me so bad, you can't even think straight. Drew, I knew all along that I couldn't trust you. You are the biggest hypocrite in that locker room. But hey, you want to get your hands on me, right? You can have your shot. But you're going to do something for me first.
What the hell are you talking about?
I want that championship. I want you to put that title on the line. Because if you don't, I'm walking out of this building right now. And you'll never get your revenge.
You think you can manipulate me, Kev? You think you can make me dance for you?
No. Not dance. Fight. Come on, champ. You want to punish me, right? You want your revenge? Then prove it. Put that title on the line. Or else, I'm gone.
Fine. You want it? You got it. Tonight, I'll put the title on the line.
Oh, I thought you'd say that. See you tonight, champ.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the first matchup here on Monday Night Raw, we have the Ring General Gunther, fresh off of the back of finally defeating AJ Styles after a year-long drought, you could say, where Gunther seemingly could not put AJ Styles down. AJ Styles at every step of the way seemed to just have Gunther's number. And it all started back at Crown Jewel last year in 2K24's Universe mode, when AJ Styles took the Intercontinental Championship away from the Ring General. And you could argue that that was the beginning of the downfall for the Ring General here in Universe mode. He has yet to hold championship gold ever since then. But a year later at Crown Jewel this past weekend, the Ring General was finally able to put to bed the myth that AJ Styles was the better man and just had Gunther's number. So Gunther now here on Monday Night Raw, looking to continue that momentum going forward and perhaps try and push himself up the power rankings towards the World Heavyweight Championship. And well, look who his opponent is. It is none other than the megastar, the man who is formerly an Intercontinental Champion but also a former United States Champion here in Universe mode. And unlike Gunther, this man has had a very good start to his 2K25 Universe Mode series. He remained undefeated for quite some time until Ilya Dragunov actually returned and was able to take the Intercontinental Championship away from the megastar. But now, LA Knight has a big opportunity here tonight, because if he's able to get a victory here, you have to believe that he will definitely be moving up the power rankings and possibly be heading towards a World Championship. Of course, last year I should say, he was Mr. Money in the Bank, but was unsuccessful with his cash-in attempt on main event Jey Uso back at SummerSlam. But now, here tonight in Perth, Australia, on Monday Night Raw, we have the Ring General going head-to-head with the megastar. And who's going to be victorious? You have to wonder whether maybe LA Knight can try and get the better of Gunther here, because Gunther, although he's fresh off of the back of a victory, is definitely vulnerable right now. As LA Knight now just targeting the neck here, a headlock applied, cranking away at the jaw here is LA Knight, trying to out-wrestle the Ring General. It's just not very often that any individuals can do so. The last man that was actually able to do so was was AJ Styles. And now LA Knight targeting the shoulder, and the Ring General finally able to break the hold and then into a Tyrannosaurus dropkick. Just taking out the megastar as the boos ring around the stadium. Well, this crowd here in Perth, Australia, clearly want to see the megastar put down the Ring General and perhaps move up the power rankings towards the World Championship. But the Ring General just battering the megastar, driving his head into the canvas numerous times. And the ring general just having his way here. He's gained control of this matchup and he's looking to keep that control. But LA Knight not about to make it easy for him. Into another headlock here. LA Knight able to out-wrestle the ring general so far. And now Gunther looking for that big chop, but LA Knight was able to find a reversal. He was able to block that chop at least for now. And now LA Knight driving Gunther back onto the ropes here. LA Knight is really pushing the ring general here. And Gunther cannot take LA Knight lightly. Oh, and Gunther may have been going for a roll-up there, but LA Knight once again with a reversal. Now hanging Gunther up on that top rope. Now LA Knight targeting the arm of the ring general. And Gunther slowly making his way back to his feet here. A couple of chops by the megastar. I'm sure that Gunther is not going to be too pleased about that, but right now, LA Knight is all over the ring general here. And Gunther could be in some trouble. As now LA Knight scrambles into the cover, looking to pin the ring general, but just a 1 count found. As Gunther manages to survive. But LA Knight here. Well, just taking his time right now. Soaking in the crowd. And slowly Gunther back to his feet. And now LA Knight looking for the BFT connecting. And he's collided with the mat there. Gunther head first. But a big kick out found. And I almost couldn't find the words to describe what was happening. LA Knight catching me off guard with that BFT. Just like I'm sure he did the ring general. And Gunther, if he's not careful, he could be suffering another loss here. But now Gunther with a wicked clothesline taking down the megastar. Hold on a second. Oh my word. Well, this man has seemingly felt as though the ring general has been standing in his way on his route back to the World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor is here. Gunther's in trouble. Hold on a second, what? Well, Finn Balor seemingly wanted to maybe take out the ring general, but it seemed like the referee actually caught him in the act. And Finn Balor clearly wasn't able to do whatever he was planning here. Now big right hand. And then LA Knight able to take advantage, get the reversal. He was given a little bit of time to recover. As now LA Knight with a drop kick of his own right on the button of Gunther. And now LA Knight, big fist to the face. Almost a 5-knuckle shuffle of sorts there by LA Knight. But now LA Knight, another drop kick connecting. As now he heads into the corner up to the top rope here. LA Knight looking to fly. The ring general slowly back to his feet. But a megastar with a double axe handle connecting. And Gunther is in trouble. LA Knight. No, just a 1 count found for the megastar. The ring general continues to fight on here. But Gunther just right now cannot seem to get anything going in this matchup. The moment that he seemed to get any sort of offense in was the moment that Finn Balor decided to show up. You have to wonder, is Finn Balor done there, or are we going to see him again here? Clearly he didn't get to do whatever he was planning, but as for right now, oh, the megastar. Oh, he's been caught into a roll-up here. Gunther looking to steal the win. A little bit of desperation, but a reversal found by LA Knight. Looking to pin the ring general, but no. Kick out found by Gunther. As LA Knight now has Gunther in his clutches. Into the corner face first. And now LA Knight. Power slam connecting. And Gunther is in trouble, and wisely Gunther rolls to the outside, creating a little bit of space here. But LA Knight keeping his foot on the gas. A big drop kick connecting for him. And now jawbreaker reversal for the ring general, who sends LA Knight into the barricade. And Gunther now, big knee drop to the jaw as well. Looking to deal the punishment out on the outside. LA Knight could be in trouble, but he finds a reversal. LA Knight looking to head back into the ring here, but oh my word, Gunther has caught him on the outside. Gunther into the sleeper hold. LA Knight, if he taps out on the outside, of course, It doesn't matter. There won't be a victor or a loss in this one. Has to be inside the ropes, but now LA Knight, for a moment he was going to head back into the ring, but he's decided against it. Continuing the onslaught here on the ring general. The referee up to a 7 count. Gunther finding a reversal. Big strikes to the midsection. Big boot connecting for Gunther. And the ring general, well, he brings the megastar back to his feet. LA Knight, is he going to beat the count here? LA Knight doesn't beat the count, and Gunther takes the victory via a count out. LA Knight was a split second away from making it back into the ring, but Gunther continues his winning streak here and looks to head towards that World Heavyweight Championship.
Burn it down!
You all forgot. You all forgot about me. I am the greatest thing that's ever happened to this business. The greatest thing that's ever happened to any of you. And yet, you cheer for him? CM Punk? How could you pathetic, scummy people possibly cheer for that man? After everything he's done, after the bridges he burned, after the poison he spat at this company, after the way he tried to tear apart everything we built. And now you praise him? Don't worry about him. I have a little plan up my sleeve for him. But Roman, congratulations. You pinned me.
Roman into the cover here, looking for the victory. Is he going to do it? Roman Reigns steals the victory.
For the very first time in your entire career in the King of the Ring tournament. But tell me, Roman, did you really think we were done? Did you really think that was the end of us? I know you, Roman. I know you better than you know yourself. Because I made you. I made the tribal chief. I built you from the ground up. I gave you your first taste of dominance. I gave you your first kill. I stood by your side. I protected you. I carried you. And the moment I saw what you were becoming, I broke you. And you never recovered. You should be thanking me, Roman. Because without me, without your little scapegoat, you'd still be some quiet Samoan musclehead waiting in line for the spotlight. You should be thanking me for the media licking your boots, for the fans calling you the greatest of all time, for the WWE worshiping you like you're some kind of god. Because I made the god. I created the tribal chief. And now, I'm going to destroy the very thing I created.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan. After she had a bit of a sketchy few months, she managed to get a few victories under her belt, leading up to Evolution in Perth, Australia. And then she was able to steal the championship away from Dakota Kai. And you could argue that maybe it was thanks to the presence of Julia at ringside. But let's see what Liv Morgan has got to say.
Do you hear that, Raquel? That's the sound of history! Go on, boo me. Cry about it. Because while you're all whining, I am standing here as the greatest female wrestler of all time. And your women's Intercontinental Champion. And I told all of you this would happen. I told Dakota Kai she wasn't on my level. I told that dusty, crusty troll Julia she wasn't ready. And what happened? I was right! Dakota had her big moment in the palm of her hand. Until she got distracted. Until she proved she's a loser who cracks under pressure. And me? I only needed one moment to become champion again. Now Raquel here, she's been my girl, my muscle, my ride or die. The woman who always has my back. With us running this division, there ain't no one, and I mean no one, who can touch us.
Oh, hold on a second. And well, the beautiful madness is here. We did see her back at Evolution make her presence felt as well. And as we stated earlier, she may be the reason that Dakota Kai lost the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She also turned her back on Dakota Kai. But let's see what Julia has got to say here this evening.
Liv-san. Congratulations on your precious championship. But I came here because I want something. 私の目はあなたにある。My eyes are on you. I want a match with you. 隣の王女はいらない。I don't need the princess next to you. I want you.
Aww, that's adorable. You think you just walk out here, speak your spooky little anime words, and get a shot at my title? You want a match? You want me? Then earn it. Because before you come anywhere near me, sweetheart, you're gonna have to go through her.
Liv, what are you doing?
Oh, come on, Raquel. You got this. You always got this, right? You want to be a champion, don't you? Prove it.
Well, Raquel Rodriguez doesn't seem too pleased at this decision by Liv Morgan.
I accept. But, Liv-san, after I finish her, あなたの悪魔になる. I will become your nightmare.
Yeah, whatever. Just get a referee out here and ring the bell. Raquel will crush you.
And well, here we go here. It seems like Julia and Raquel Rodriguez going head to head as Liv Morgan trying to avoid defending her title, or at least facing off against Julia here on Monday Night Raw, and almost forcing Raquel Rodriguez into this situation. But Liv Morgan's still at ringside. So of course Raquel Rodriguez does have some assistance out on the outside there. But Julia looking to inflict the punishment upon Raquel Rodriguez here. A stomp to the arm as well. Julia continuing to dish out the punishment as Raquel Rodriguez just can't seem to get going here. Early doors of course, but Julia just taking the fight to the powerhouse. And Liv Morgan on the outside looking slightly nervous here, as her best friend is just getting beaten down right now into the cover. Julia looking for a win, but no. Raquel Rodriguez still hanging in there. Now, looking for a knee to the side of the head, but Raquel Rodriguez back to her feet and a reversal again by Julia. Raquel Rodriguez, though, big elbow, stunned Julia for a moment, and Julia just seems to have an answer for everything that Raquel is throwing at her. A big elbow to the face, and Liv Morgan trying to regather her best friend here and give her some encouragement as Julia knocks Raquel Rodriguez into Liv Morgan. And well, Julia now just teasing Liv Morgan here. Liv Morgan seething. But now Julia heading out to the outside. Liv Morgan needs to be careful. She can't really get involved in this one because she will cause a disqualification if she does so. But Julia clearly taking advantage of perhaps the tension between Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. As now Julia into a Hurricane Run on the outside after breaking up the count. And well, Raquel Rodriguez, her night is going from bad to worse so far. But she's able to break out of that one. Back to her feet, and Julia just really does have an answer for everything, but then onto the concrete floor, spine buster connecting. As Raquel Rodriguez heads up to the top rope here. Julia back into the ring though. And Raquel Rodriguez just took a moment too long. As now Julia just talking trash. Raquel Rodriguez missed out on that one. Liv Morgan up onto the apron. Well, this is turning into a little bit of chaos here. Behind the referee's back, Liv Morgan exposing the steel on that turnbuckle. He's now targeting the arm of Julia here is Raquel Rodriguez. And now Julia into the corner face first off of the turnbuckle pad. There's Liv Morgan trying to egg on her best friend once again, but Raquel Rodriguez seemingly got a little bit distracted there by Liv Morgan, who stopped in her tracks for a moment. But now just tossing Julia across the ring. Raquel Rodriguez looking to put Julia down here after a slow start to this one. And now hoisting up Julia up on her shoulders. Julia in trouble and planted on the back of her head. And on the WWE Universe booing Raquel Rodriguez here. And now Julia, oh my word. Surely not, oh my word. Hoisting up. And planting Raquel Rodriguez, hooking both legs, stacking her up for the victory. No. Raquel Rodriguez able to power out. As now the referee noticing that exposed steel, but the knee to the face, and that's going to cost Julia. So Liv Morgan may have actually just saved her best friend there in Raquel Rodriguez. Perfect timing for Liv Morgan to expose that steel, as now a big slap across the face into a roll-up. Raquel Rodriguez looking to steal the win. No. Kick out found by Julia here. Now cranking away at the head is Raquel Rodriguez. As Liv Morgan once again up onto the apron, exposing the steel once more behind the referee's back on the same turnbuckle, but the referee noticing this time. And hold on a second, Raquel Rodriguez planting Julia here. But Julia back to her feet, and then, oh my word, the referee's been taken out. And Liv Morgan out, giving a steel chair to Raquel Rodriguez. But Raquel Rodriguez decides not to use it. Well, interesting decision that, as now planting Julia off with a power slam. Well, interesting decision for Raquel Rodriguez to not use the steel chair. She could perhaps had this matchup won. And the referee still wiped out here as Julia backing it up. Big forearm in the corner. The question is, will she use the steel chair here? Doesn't seem like it, but Raquel Rodriguez back to her feet for now. Now Julia tossing Raquel Rodriguez into the turnbuckle, into the corner. As now the referee back to his feet and able to get rid of that steel chair. So Liv Morgan's plan, she seems a little bit disappointed that Raquel Rodriguez decided not to use that steel chair. And looking for, I believe it may have been a headbutt by Julia there, but Raquel Rodriguez able to find a reversal, a double-handed choke slam. And now Raquel Rodriguez just sizing up Julia here. Heading up to the top rope. The referee has dealt with that turnbuckle pad, the exposed steel once more. Double axe handle to the back of the head by Raquel Rodriguez. And now hoisting up Julia and tossing her across the ring. Raquel Rodriguez looking to gain control of this matchup, hoisting up again. And oh my goodness, Julia planted. I don't think she knows where she's at. Raquel Rodriguez looking to put away the beautiful madness, but no. Jawbreaker found, and now Julia hoisting up and planting. Raquel Rodriguez busting her open, hooking both legs right in front of Liv Morgan. No, big kick out found. Julia growing in frustration. She thought she had this one won. But somehow, Raquel Rodriguez still fighting here. A big right hand by Raquel. Now these two just staring each other down for a moment. Now back into the ring, Raquel Rodriguez, and another big right hand drops her. And the power that Julia seems to have behind those strikes, a big headbutt as well. And now Julia, what on earth is she going for here? My goodness, targeting the knee of Raquel Rodriguez, looking to take the feet out from underneath the powerhouse. And now Raquel Rodriguez planted again, and Julia could be closing in on a win here. But hold on a second, Julia just talking to the WWE Universe, stating that she will be the next Intercontinental Champion before hoisting up and planting Raquel Rodriguez again, hooking both legs, stacking her up, sending a message, and Julia is victorious. Well, what a matchup that was. But I mean, Liv Morgan may have caused more distractions for her own partner than she did for Julia, as Julia just seemed to have Raquel's number here this evening. But Liv Morgan, I'm not sure how you're going to avoid this woman going forward, because she's coming for your championship.
Once, I was the leader of a tribe. Once, I had my entire family behind me. I had a wise man by my side. Championships over both shoulders. I ruled over this place, and nobody could touch me. But now I got no wise man. No Usos in my corner. No bloodline standing behind me. Now, it's just Roman Reigns. Just me. Alone. But you want to know something? None of that matters. I don't need a wise man. I don't need the Usos. I don't need the High Chief. Because I am the one. Because I am the only. Because I am the tribal chief. Seth, you really think you made the tribal chief? You've always been delusional, but now you're reaching a brand new level. You're starting to sound like some obsessed ex-girlfriend that just can't seem to let go. When I came to Monday Night Raw, I had one goal, one mission: the World Heavyweight Championship. But how did things go once I got here, huh? Guys who were never on my level, running back, trying to get revenge, trying to feed off the tribal chief's glory. Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and you, Seth Rollins. None of you are in my league. None of you can touch my greatness. You think you're inside my head, Seth? You think dragging up the Shield, dragging up the past is gonna break me? I never needed anyone. Not then, not now. So, it looks like it's just you and me. And if I gotta put you down to survive, then that's exactly what I'll do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the Women's World Champion, the woman who issued an open challenge back at Evolution for any superstar in the locker room. And the Genius of the Sky was the woman to answer the call and try and fight to take away the Women's World Championship from the Storm. But unfortunately for Io Sky, Jade Cargill resorted to a count-out victory to retain her championship. So you have to wonder, is the confidence inside the Storm maybe dwindling ever so slightly as the weeks progress here in Universe Mode? First of all, Stephanie Vaquer pushed her to the limit at Survivor Series, and then Io Sky pushed her to the limit as well. But let's see what the Storm has got to say here this evening.
You people doubting me is honestly my favorite part of the job. Week after week, match after match, the WWE Universe keeps saying the same thing. Jade's slipping. Jade's not the same. Jade's losing her edge. But let me remind every single one of you, I walked into Evolution still your Women's World Champion. And I walked out, still your Women's World Champion. You doubt me? You question me? You think I'm falling off? Guess what? If I'm falling off, how come nobody can knock me down? At Survivor Series, I beat little Stephanie Vaquer. At Evolution, I beat the pathetic Io Sky. Two of your favorite stars. And I'm still here. Still dominant. Still the Storm that wipes out the entire division.
Hold on a second. It is your Queen of the Ring and the woman who will be heading to SummerSlam to fight for the Women's World Championship. And Jade Cargill must be quaking in her boots. Let's see what Stephanie Vaquer has got to say.
Jade, if you were still dominant, you wouldn't have needed a roll-up to beat me. If you were still dominant, you wouldn't have needed a count-out to escape Io Sky at Evolution. And if you were still dominant, you wouldn't be out here shouting about how dominant you are. Jade, I watched your match at Evolution. The whole world saw it. You didn't beat Io, you survived her. Just like you didn't beat me, you escaped me. And at SummerSlam, when you step in the ring with me again, you won't be able to run. You won't be able to hide, because I'm coming to finish what I started.
Hold on a second. Well, it is Lash Legend, the woman who was victorious back at Evolution thanks to Naomi, who seemingly turned on her best friend Jordan Grace maybe to assist Lash Legend. We're yet to find that out, but Lash Legend, the winner of the Women's Survivor Series Gauntlet match, and she's out here, maybe for a message for the champion. Let's see what Lash Legend has got to say.
Jade trying to pretend she's still on top. Stephanie pretending she's the one to take her down. This is adorable. Your little Queen of the Ring fairy tale? Cute. But let's be real. You didn't beat anyone important. You beat Naomi and then Tiffany. Cute little wins. Nothing special. And Jade, you can hold that belt. You can talk all big. But you and I both know the real truth. Lash has your number. I won the 30-woman gauntlet match at Survivor Series. I didn't just survive. I beat everyone. And at Evolution, I did what I promised. I took down Jordynne Grace. And now it's my time, my moment, my SummerSlam main event. So let me make this crystal clear. I choose you, Jade Cargill. You're the one I want. You're the one I'm taking down. Because I am the only woman in this division who stands bigger, stronger, and more powerful than the Storm.
Oh, and look what we got here. Naomi with a new look.
You three must think you're real cute right now. Jade Cargill, the Storm. Stephanie McCure, the Queen. Lash Legend, the Powerhouse. Lash, don't get it twisted. What I did at Evolution, that wasn't because of you. That wasn't for you. What I did? Please. I don't need to explain myself to any of you heifers. But see, ladies, the problem is, all three of you have forgotten something. I'm not playing around anymore. I'm done waiting. I'm done being polite. I'm done being the good friend. I'm coming for that Women's World Championship, one way or another. And to the three of you standing in my way, I strongly advise you to proceed with caution.
Oh my word, and it's, oh my goodness, Jordynne Grace just taking out Naomi at the stage here, powerbomb, and a big knee to the face as well. Someone needs to split these two up before things go from bad to worse, as now, with a military press overhead, Jordynne Grace just sending a message to her former best friend, as the other three are just inside the ring and they're just watching on right now. And another powerbomb by Jordynne Grace on the stage. And now finally we're going to get some security out here. And I think we're going to need some more security out here because these two just laying into each other. Naomi back to her feet. And finally security separating these two only momentarily. Oh my goodness, things boiling over here in Perth, Australia.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into our main event of the evening, and you have to wonder, has Drew McIntyre made a big mistake here? Because this man, Kevin Owens, seemed to get in the head of Drew McIntyre earlier on this evening. And Kevin Owens issuing the challenge and opting to allow Drew McIntyre to get revenge upon Kevin Owens after Kevin brutally attacked Drew McIntyre following on from the Crown Jewel Championship match that Drew had with Bron Breakker. Drew McIntyre, of course, winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but then Kevin Owens would strike Drew from behind with the title off of the face, as Kevin Owens made it clear that he wants to win back that World Heavyweight Championship. And here is the new World Heavyweight Champion, the man who finally won a World Championship in front of the WWE Universe. But earlier on this evening, Drew McIntyre made it clear that he didn't do this for the WWE Universe. He didn't climb to the top of the mountain to win back that title so that they could have the pleasure of seeing him with that championship. He did it for himself because he believes that he deserves it. And he has worked hard to get back to the top of the mountain, defeating the likes of Roman Reigns this year in 2K25 Universe Mode and CM Punk, and then also defeating CM Punk last year in 2K24's Universe Mode series. And now Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, holds the World Heavyweight Championship. But you have to wonder, is this going to be the last time we see him with it? Only one night after he won the title, and now he's putting it on the line against a former friend in Kevin Owens, the man who has stated all along that he doesn't trust Drew McIntyre.
Introducing the challenger from Merivale, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens. And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds. The World Heavyweight Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre!
So here we go, World Heavyweight Championship on the line, but is Drew McIntyre making a big mistake here? You have to wonder. But Kevin Owens looking to regain that World Heavyweight Championship just before SummerSlam. Can he do so? So Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre about to go head to head here. And the bell rings and we're underway, and well, Kevin Owens straight into a roll-up here, looking to steal the title right off of the bat. Almost stealing the championship from Drew McIntyre before he's even been able to hold it for more than 5 minutes. But now, Kevin Owens with Drew McIntyre in his clutches, driving him face first into the canvas. So again, Drew McIntyre was in that matchup with Bron Breakker just last night at Crown Jewel. So how wise is this for the Scottish Warrior to be now taking on Kevin Owens, who is a deranged individual, clearly paranoid as well, and probably willing to do anything that he needs to regain that World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, and a big knee there found by Drew McIntyre. Of course, Kevin Owens was victorious in the King of the Ring tournament, at least in the quarter-final matchup in the Fatal 4-Way, where he actually pinned the Ring General in Gunther to progress and then face the Tribal Chief. But unfortunately for Kevin Owens, the Tribal Chief just had too much for him on that occasion in the semi-finals, as Kevin Owens is just laying into the World Heavyweight Champion right here. Drew McIntyre is clearly not 100%. And well, Kevin Owens missing out on that big splash. And now just taking his frustrations out here on the Scottish psychopath. Well, Kevin Owens in complete control right now. So again, the way this matchup is going, you could argue that Drew McIntyre has maybe made a big mistake here, but a big clothesline connecting for the Scottish Warrior. Into the cover he goes, looking to retain the title. But just a 1 count found for Kevin Owens. Big boot by Drew McIntyre connecting. And a big chop there multiple times by Kevin Owens. Big boot to the midsection. Drew McIntyre now, big shoulder tackle. Takes Kevin Owens down. Now Drew McIntyre slowly getting himself back into this matchup, which is what he clearly needs to do if he wants to keep that World Heavyweight Championship. So of course we're still yet to find out who CM Punk will be facing at SummerSlam. We now know that Lash Legend will be facing Jade Cargill and Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World title. But the question is, what is going to be the matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship, as now the Claymore not connecting for Drew McIntyre. Kevin Owens saw it coming, was able to step on out of the way. And now, hold on a second, Kevin Owens with Drew McIntyre into a powerbomb. And Drew McIntyre could have his clutches on that World Heavyweight Championship just slowly slipping away here. As now Kevin Owens into a pop-up powerbomb, catching Drew McIntyre off guard. And now Drew is in big trouble, but he's able to find a reversal. And Inzaguri though, connecting for Kevin Owens. Into the cover he goes, hooking the leg for the title. Can he do it? No. Drew McIntyre powers out again. And now Drew McIntyre back to his feet. Big chop for the Scottish Warrior. And into a DDT as well. And a kick to the back of the head. And Drew McIntyre telling Kevin Owens to get back to his feet here. And now with Kevin Owens over onto the ropes. What is Drew McIntyre thinking here? Well, Kevin Owens is in trouble here, because Drew McIntyre inverted Alabama Slam, planting Kevin Owens face first into the canvas. And now Drew McIntyre, big elbow drop connecting right to the spine of Kevin Owens. Now Drew McIntyre targeting that hamstring. And Kevin Owens could be in deep trouble, but he's able to find the reversal here. Drew McIntyre can't seem to connect with any of his big hits here. Into a neck breaker. Kevin Owens planting Drew McIntyre, targeting that neck perhaps. Oh my word, into a Claymore kick out of absolutely nowhere. Into the cover to retain the championship. No. My goodness, well, I was about to say that Kevin Owens seems to be targeting the neck area and perhaps weakening that neck area. He may be thinking about a package pile driver here, which would mean that Drew McIntyre wouldn't even make it to SummerSlam. But now into another pop-up powerbomb. Kevin Owens for the championship. No. Drew McIntyre again able to survive and power out here. The champion holding on by his fingertips. But is the championship perhaps sliding out of his grasp, as Kevin Owens now with Drew McIntyre into the apron, spine first. Luckily for Drew, it wasn't the powerbomb into the apron. Otherwise, again, he could be missing out on SummerSlam. But now, Drew McIntyre planting Kevin Owens on the outside. As now, Kevin Owens finds a reversal. And Drew McIntyre could be the one that's in trouble. Kevin Owens sending Drew into the barricade, and now heading up to the top rope. Kevin Owens gonna fly and connecting this time with the big splash, breaking the count in the meantime, which is probably wise for him because he can't win the championship out here. Of course, a count out or disqualification would mean that Drew McIntyre retains the title. He's now back into the ring we go, and now Kevin Owens connecting with the stunner. Into the cover he goes, looking for the championship. No! Drew McIntyre powers out again, and Drew back to his feet, able to connect with that clothesline first. My oh my. Drew McIntyre is not about to allow that championship to slip out of his fingers. Busting open Kevin Owens here. Now hoisting him up onto his shoulders. And Kevin Owens hung up on that top rope. And now Drew McIntyre here. Oh, Kevin Owens finding a reversal. Big headbutt of his own. Kevin Owens is in quite a state right now. That's a nasty wound on the side of the head. Now with Drew McIntyre in his clutches. Drew McIntyre, you don't want to be there with Kevin Owens. But now, a stomp to the chest by Kevin Owens. Off the ropes he goes. Big splash, not connecting. Drew McIntyre saw it coming. Was able to play a little bit of possum and looking for a shoulder tackle. But Kevin Owens just seems to be one step ahead right now. Now driving Drew McIntyre face first into the canvas. Drew back to his feet. Another clothesline by Kevin Owens. Not allowing Drew McIntyre any time here. As now Drew slowly back to his feet. Kevin Owens with a double axe handle connecting. And Kevin Owens just smirking away here. He believes that he has the Scottish Warrior defeated. And he could be the next World Heavyweight Champion. Heading into SummerSlam. Into the cover he goes. Is he going to do it? No, big kick out again by Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior is holding on by his fingertips. But that championship is slowly sliding out of his fingers. There's now Kevin Owens sizing up the champion. What has he got planned here? Off of the ropes. Kevin Owens into a back body drop. I thought that maybe for a second. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Bron Breakker with a spear. And this one's going to be called off here. A disqualification. Kevin Owens could have perhaps had the title won. But Bron Breakker taking out the champion and the challenger. Just laying waste to both of these two. Another spear to Kevin Owens. Oh my goodness. The badass has absolutely lost it here. Now what is he planning? With Kevin Owens in his clutches, tossing him over the top rope. Drew McIntyre back to his feet as well. Bron Breakker just clearing the ring here. And now he's grabbing a microphone.
This is what I've been dealing with? You know what? I've had enough. I'm done pretending. I'm done playing along in this circus. This era of WWE is full of nothing but weak, soft, pathetic excuses for talent. You think I'm kidding? Look at this place. We've resorted to hiring little, fat men who are mentally unstable because WWE can't sell out arenas anymore. This guy is supposed to be the top of the food chain? This guy? A man who looks like he wrestles between therapy sessions? And then there's Drew McIntyre. Drew is the biggest crybaby bitch in the entire history of this company. Anytime something doesn't go his way, he throws his toys out the pram like a 6'5" toddler. And the best part? WWE just lets him do whatever the hell he wants. Rule breaking, whining, politicking, zero consequences. Because this place is terrified of telling Drew McIntyre no. And then we got the previous generation. Oh yeah, the ones who graced this ring before me. The legends. Randy Orton, John Cena, CM Punk. We'll get to Punk in a minute. You want the truth? These old men with their bad hips, their bad backs, their fragile necks, who can't even walk properly without creaking like a damn rocking chair, none of them can lace my boots. You know what I've done? Huh? I beat Brock Lesnar. I beat Goldberg. I won King of the Ring. I won the Royal Rumble. I main evented WrestleMania and beat the Samoan Werewolf. I've carried this damn company on my back for a year and a half. And this is how you repay me? You give the spotlight to unstable clowns. You give the main events to crybaby bitches. You worship men who should be inside of a retirement home. And you expect me to take a back seat and smile? I'm done carrying this company on my shoulders while you all drool over nostalgia and cheer for washed-up heroes who couldn't last 5 seconds with me in this ring. You all forgot who the hell I am. I'm the future. I'm the now. I'm the only real star you got left.
Anybody who gets in my way gets broken.